Welcome to the podcast for Florida cyclists of every age and every stage of riding. Whether you're cruising the beachside trails, commuting to work, riding with your kids, or staying active in retirement, this show is for you. I'm your host, Richard Garrett, president of the Florida Bicycle Association, and today we're talking about one of the most important topics of the year, riding safely in Florida in the summer. June marks the beginning of Florida's toughest cycling season. The temperatures rise fast, humidity climbs even faster, and those afternoon thunderstorms can appear out of nowhere. But summer riding can still be enjoyable, healthy, and safe if we adjust our habits. Today we'll cover heat and hydration, visibility and road awareness, afternoon storm safety, vacation and family riding, and trail etiquette for riders of all ages. So fill that water bottle, check those tires, and let's roll. If you're new to Florida cycling, or even if you've lived here for decades, summer heat can catch you off guard. Florida isn't just hot, it's humid, and that means sweat doesn't evaporate efficiently, and your body struggles to cool itself. Seniors and children are especially vulnerable because they regulate body temperatures differently than adults. One of the biggest mistakes riders make is waiting until they feel thirsty to drink water. By then, dehydration may have already been starting. Here's a simple rule: hydrate before, during, and after your ride. For rides under 45 minutes, water may be enough. However, longer rides, add some electrolytes to your water. Parents riding with children should remember, kids often won't recognize overheating until they're already exhausted. And for senior cyclists, some of your medications, especially blood pressure medications or diuretics, can increase dehydration risk. A few warning signs to watch out for: headaches, dizziness, chills, muscle cramps, sudden fatigue, and confusion. If that happens, stop riding immediately and find some shade or air conditioning. Hydrate slowly and don't try to push through it. Florida heat always wins that battle. One of the smartest summer cycling habits is changing when you ride. In Florida, the safest, most comfortable rides are usually early in the morning or close to sunset between 5 and 7:30 p.m. And also, let's talk about afternoon storms. Florida is basically the lightning capital of the United States. Those dark clouds can build in minutes. If you hear thunder, even faintly, it's time to get off the road or trail. Do not shelter under isolated trees. Do not stay exposed on bridges or open trails. And remember, wet pavement can be slippery and dramatically reduces your braking performance. Especially for older riders, road cyclists using narrow tires, families pulling child trailers, and e-bikes traveling at higher speeds. Before every ride, check the radar forecast and keep an eye on the sky. Summer riding requires flexibility, and there is no shame in shortening a ride for safety. Summer often means more traffic and more distracted drivers. Visibility becomes critical. Even in daylight, every cyclist should consider front white lights, rear red lights, bright or reflective clothing, and always wear a helmet. Florida sunshine can also reduce visibility because of the glare. And during sudden rainstorms, drivers may barely see cyclists at all. Senior cyclists should pay special attention to intersection safety. Many crashes happen not because a driver never saw the rider, but because the driver misjudged the speed or distance of the rider. Here's an important reminder for all riders: make eye contact whenever possible. Never assume a driver sees you. Parents riding with children should also review predictable riding habits with their kids. Ride straight. Avoid sudden swerves. Use hand signals. Stop fully before crossings. Kids learn cycling behavior from adults. Safe habits become lifelong habits and save lives. Summer also brings vacation season. That means Florida roads and trails become busier with kids, rental bikes, walkers, rollerblades, families, e-bikes, new riders unfamiliar with road and trail etiquette. Patience matters more than speed. Even if you're passing someone, announce clearly, passing on your left. And give extra room for children, pets, and older walkers who may need unpredictably. For e-bike riders, remember, not every cyclist is comfortable with higher speeds. Ride respectfully. And families, trails are great opportunities to teach cycling courtesy. Things like staying to the right, looking before turning, not stopping in the middle of the trail. These simple habits help everyone enjoy the ride safely. One growing concern across Florida is headphone use. Cyclists need to hear cars, trail users, emergency vehicles, and warning signals. If you use headphones, keep the volume low or use only one earbud. Awareness is one of the best safety tools you have. Now, let's speak directly to our senior riders. Cycling remains one of the best lifetime fitness activities available. It supports joint health, heart health, balance, mental wellness, independence, and weight maintenance. But your summer riding may require adjustments. There's absolutely no shame in riding shorter distances, taking more breaks, choosing shaded trails, and even using an e-bike for assistance. Riding slower during peak heat also helps. Riding smart is sustainable riding. Many Florida communities now offer beautiful multi-use trails that are ideal for lower stress riding environments. And remember, consistency matters more than intensity. A comfortable 30-minute ride 3 times a week is better than one overexertion followed by weeks off the bike. Thank you. This is Richard Garrett, President of Florida Bicycle Association. If you found this podcast to be beneficial, share it with other bike clubs, other cyclists, and even those who are considering to get on a bike and ride this summer season. And enjoy.